Hey guys, good afternoon. Sorry about that. Don't mind this. I had a incident yesterday, but it's okay. The good thing is this right here is okay. It's a little bit red, but it's not bad. Anywho, today I want to talk about something that is very interesting is styling and placements. And placements is a big huge deal because you want to have that vibrant when it comes to getting some nice um what was it? Nice cohesive style. So when it comes to getting some stuff like, for example, styles like Japanese or Polynesian, tribal, anything that it looks cohesive will always work. And the the amount of people that I see every day when I go around or when I work with in my clientels or at my job or when I go and get some food in a restaurant, there's a lot of people don't think about placements, but it's a really big deal because placements are the ones that actually get you the the awe moment when it comes to presenting yourself. Because people don't realize when you come and present yourself in a certain way, it's kind of what do you call it? It's kind of like it's a art piece. It's a masterpiece. So when you do see people with good cohesiveness, it's like a awe. It's like that. That's why Japanese look really good with the akuza style, even though it's um it's still it's still it's all about the pattern and the flow of the body. For instance, with Polynesians, like this one right here, it's super cohesive. And when it comes to cohesiveness, you want that look to make it more pop out when you talk to people. Now, when it comes to designs, this is where your uh, mentality and your view on looking at things matters the most because it's very, very important to look at the detail, the meaning, and all that stuff. For instance, you have to think about the meaning of styles. For instance, what does a snake with what is it? Panani? There you go. Panani means, and it represents the cycle of life and death. If you want to have meaningful stuff, and it has to flow with the body part that you're looking for, and not just that, you have to think about what type of placements you want to go. For instance, if you have a back piece, backs will always look good no matter what. However, when it comes to designs such as placements and themes, is very, very crucial, whether you realize it or not. Now, I always say rule of thumb when you're doing suits, for example, or different type of styles, or looking for something that is more apparently appealing to the onlooker who's watching this stuff. It's very, very important to see that you only have two themes. For instance, what works and what doesn't work. I'll give you one. This is just simple. When you do Japanese and American tradition, they flow together. Why? Because of the cohesiveness. Or Polynesian and Japanese, it's always about the cohesiveness. It looks very appealing to the person who's looking at them. However, today people are not thinking about these things, and that's why it doesn't look good. That's why I bark on getting your hands, neck, and face because it's just hurting yourself. And the reason why I always LARP about these problems is that there's things that is actually nice to look at, and there are things that you shouldn't have, you know? And having cohesiveness is just look really, really crisp, super, super thick. And that's why placements and the meaning design is very, very important. Everybody asks me what I want to have meaning. Well, okay, yeah, everybody wants to have meaning when it comes to designs. And they're asking me like, what type of meanings do I need to get? designs like this. And I said to them, well, if you really want meaning, you should go to the past. Why does, let's say, we're going to use a samurai throwing down a oni, which is a ogre, by doing a, what do we call it? I forget what is it called in judo, like a judo throw. What does that mean? It can mean a lot of things. Or a samurai grabbing a giant snake and opening its mouth with his bare hands. It has a lot of meaning. So when it comes to meaning, it's very, very important to think about these things. Or even designs like this. What does this mean? Well, it can mean a lot of things. Like moko could be a knitter to keep your lines knitted and staying strong, or it could represent shark teeth, like the moko shark teeth. There's a lot of meaning behind it, but it's your job and your responsibility to look for the meaning when it comes to old styles. And I always say old always look good. Like old designs do look good. That's just a beautiful thing about them. Now, copying, when we copy people, we always copy people. Why? It's just human nature. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't have a problem people copying my designs. However, it's your responsibility to make it your own thing. And that's the beautiful thing about these things, is that you have to be very considerate when it comes to designs like that. Cohesiveness always works. Patchiness doesn't. Why? It looks good. It looks super, super crisp. And color also is very meaningful too. You just got to choose the right color. For instance, I have a snake that has a red belly. If I had a yellow belly, it means, my artist says, it means you're a coward. It's like an old redneck mentality. Oh, you're a yellow belly, which means you're a coward. Are you a coward when it comes to taking risk, for example? So you got to be very mindful of those things. So what I mean by placements and meaning, placements and meaning are very, very crucial. It has to go together. If you can't have the one that has more than the other, because it just looks terrible. And the reason why I'm talking like this is because we want to have a sign of passage and willing to actually bring the message to people. Like me going to the beach or going to the gym or working out and you see my sleeve, I don't have to explain it. What does it mean? That's my goal. And that's what your goals should be like too. When it comes to, like, let's say a American tradition Sailor Jerry style. I don't need to explain that to you because that's a tattoo. That's a real tattoo. So when it comes to designs and placements, it's very, very crucial to think about these things. And not just that, you got to do this for yourself. What type of person you want to be. And it's very, very important for you to do this. For instance, why do I do this myself? It's because I want to educate people on these things. I think they're really cool. However, there's a sign of responsibility when it comes to talking to people in public, because not a lot of people have the money and the means to get your whole body done. So it makes you stand out from the crowd, so to speak. And the reason why it's important to be like a secretly heavily tattoo is because you understand, you empathize people when they're going through pain. That's the beautiful thing about it. And you understand that, and it gives you power throughout your day. You know, last night, I'll give you an example. Last night when I was working, I was very moody, I was very angry, and I had a bad day, obviously. And I want to be mad at people. I want to be negative towards people. I want to be stubborn. And honestly, I have to sit down and think about it. And I'm like, well, I have been through a lot of things. I should not do that to other people because I am the strongest in the room. And having designs on your body that are very seriously cool styles that represent your mentality um, is important to remind you that you can't be a puta or a bitch, so to speak, when it comes to hardship or how you feel. It's your job as an individual to prevent those things from happening to other people. Why? Because that's what a man's supposed to be when you get to serious designs and placements. That it's a totem that gives you power throughout the day to crush it. Because not a lot of people have that mentality, especially if you do boxing or jiu-jitsu or you like to work out and do CrossFit and try to make yourself more like that aesthetic look. But you have to follow like that, you know? And it's very, very important to choose styles that are very, very important and meaningful to use to make yourself a, what do you call it, a hero archetype, you know? And that's my main message, is that you have to choose a design that speaks to you. For instance, when I had my Hanya mask and it's a devil, why do I choose that? Well, it's because I'm an angry individual. That's why. And I'm okay with it. Why do you choose the tiger moving up to the water? Because I'm fighting everything that is coming at me in this world. Those are designs that people need to have in their head when it comes to designs. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be wearing it. Not me, not somebody else, but you as yourself. And it's your responsibility to choose the designs carefully and the placements on the body so it can make it more cohesive. So the takeaway of this video is find a placement in your body, have a design that has a lot of meaning to you, which speaks volume about yourself, and then place it in there. And also keep that mentality wherever you go throughout your day. And that's the way you should think when you get designs permanently scarring yourself for life. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope this is very meaningful when it comes to designs. Again, forgive me about my incidents. I'm almost healed. I still have to put some more healing ointment and stuff, but it'll be like a couple days and then I'll be back to normal. But let me know what your thoughts below. Please write it down and tell me what your guys's mentality when it comes to designs and placements when it comes to getting tattooed. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will make more content about this because I think this is very important and I like talking about these things. Anywho, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you next time. See ya.